Alright, so you have probably seen the RX 7900 GRE rant and how good this GPU can be, but this is not the GPU to get unless you're not going to overclock this GPU. And as much as it actually disappointing, the RX 7900 GRE in terms of launch event, it's actually providing a performance that you should know about. This is a performance close to an RTX 4070 Ti when overclocked. And so the fact that you are getting that type of performance for $550, I feel like this is crazy insane power. It's not the efficiency because the GPU will be packed at 300 watts once you try to do so, but when it comes to the overall gaming performance, I feel like it's actually worth it. So here are the best CPUs. Again, press on that like button, check out the links in the description because really that helps me out a ton. Now the first CPU, I don't have a lot of install options because I'm biased towards being more future proof, so that's why we're going with the Ryzen 5 7600. This CPU goes for $170. It really gets the job done. I talked a lot about how this 7500F in particular is actually one of the best CPUs that you can get, even if you are in the United States of America right now, because it gives you really good performance. It's a 6-core 12-threaded CPU comparable to something like a 5800 X3D. And on top of all that, you are having the future proofing and you are having the best value for money for a CPU board RAM combo, even with 32 gigs. It will not bottleneck our GPU 100% because yeah, even if you went with the stock locked, you will not be bottlenecked. And yeah, when it comes to the overall performance for the money, the overall value, I feel like this CPU cannot be beaten. Now the next CPU in line, and I don't know if I should recommend Intel or not, but let's just go with it anyways because there are of course people who own an i5-12400F for example, or have an i3-12100F. So when it comes to the Intel counterpart, if you are still on the Intel side, I wouldn't go with anything over like an i5-12600K, but if I have like an i5-12400F or something like that, I would try to squeeze in to get an i5-14600K. Now the gap between a 12600K and 14600K in terms of overall performance is huge, but it depends on your budget and it depends on what you really want to go with. But the overall, you know, value for money that you're getting out of the 12600K is insane. It will have a slight bottleneck on this GPU if you decided to overclock it. But when it comes to the 14600K, it's actually at times neck and neck to the 7800 X3D with the games that require more physical cores to be working on. But when it comes to the games that need high FPS and 3dB cache, it's kind of lacking. But the perks of going with an Intel CPU, if you are a content creator, you'd need that in order to get, you know, a better experience with Intel QuickSync. So I wouldn't go with an F model if you do content creation or you do video editing or anything that's 3D related, because you need that integrated GPU. Now, the overall best CPU in my opinion, I feel like that's really good and it will match this PC for like a sub $1,500 in 7800 X3D. I feel like this matches this whole GPU really good because I feel also that, yeah, going with a $300 CPU is the highest end CPU that you can go with right now until kind of the high-end market kind of gets a refresh, because the RTX 4080 Super is kind of underwhelming. The 7900 XTX, it's really good performing GPU, but at the same time it's like a $900. So if you want to get the overall best experience, I feel like the 7900 GRE being overclocked providing so yeah, I feel like it's okay to go with the 7800 X3D with everything around it being, you know, a higher quality, like a higher quality board, a 2TB SSD. You can check out the whole video with the 7800 X3D 7900 GRE build. And that's been it. If you like the video, press that like button. If you want to see more videos of that kind, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.